me tell you something. My co-trainer, he went in he watched the hand wraps being done for Quigley fight. Mm-hmm. He said, Paul, he come out and he said, Paul, he was such a nice guy. I couldn't even be mad at him. You know what I mean? It was like really super nice people, really Quigley's people, really super nice. Mm. You know, and it was like nicest people you could ever meet in life. But there had to be a winner and there had to be a loser. Yeah. Just like they're trying to hype up the fact when Janibek was a former Olympian, so was it Quigley. Matter of fact, Janibek and Quigley fought in the Olympics.
Yeah, I was aware of that one. Yeah, I missed that one.
Look it up.
Yeah, missed that one.
They fought each other. I think Janibek pulled it off. I'm trying to remember, but they fought each other. Everybody fought everybody on the same caliber of fighter throughout their entire career because we all been into it for a lot of years.
Right.
And, they're all to be respected. But if we decide to fight Janibek or we decide to fight to 168, right, up to 168, well, what's Munguia going to do now? Because if we go to 68, Munguia's going to fight him for the vacant title.
Yeah, for the vacant title.
But if we stay there and fight him, which we would do, Munguia's still going to refuse to fight us. Mm-hmm. And, so what's going to happen there?
Yeah.
See, one door you think opens, another door can close.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that thing with Munguia just was definitely a head scratcher for me. I mean, he was there at 154. He defeated Saddam Ali for that 154-pound belt. He comes up to 160. He could have been the immediate, mandatory challenger, but he faced the Spike O'Sullivans and other guys there at middleweight. And when the opportunity came up for him to fight for the WBO title, he wouldn't do it. And then not only that, going into the last part of 2021 where he was facing Gabe Rosado or whatnot, they're talking about him and his team was talking about fighting Derevianchenko for the WBC eliminator if Derevianchenko won his fight against Carlos Adames. And I'm like, what? Wait a minute. What part of the game is that?
That's like let me get the name straight. Was it Garcia? It's like Kevin Haiti.
Ryan Garcia. Yeah, Ryan Garcia was supposed to be a mandatory challenger to Devin Haney.
He wants to do an eliminator. Why would you do an eliminator? Mm-hmm. Before you fight, you know what? I'm not going to get in somebody else's business. I shouldn't even go down that road.
Okay.
But that's the same situation. What I'm trying to say is, if you're the mandatory, right? Because under the WBO, if a champion moves up, you become the mandatory automatically. So if you were the mandatory, why would you want to do a fight for eliminator before you had the mandatory? That didn't make no sense.
Yeah, like you're fighting Spike O'Sullivan, you're fighting Periano Johnson, you're fighting other guys, but not going ahead and fighting Demetrius Andrade in the WBO, and then for some reason he gets to the top. I guess we're on the top level in the WBC, and then he wants to have another eliminator. But, since, Carlos Adames, had defeated Derevianchenko, Adames was going to be put in that position. And so now it looks like, Munguia is facing Demetrius Ballard, who was, part of the undercard for Munguia versus, Gabe Rosado. So, I guess that's how that works out.
I love Gabe Rosado. We had him in camp also. So I love Gabe Rosado's a gatekeeper. He gets up there, he does his thing, okay? Mm-hmm. But, it's like there's only so many fights the guy can do anymore and win, but he puts all his effort into winning the fight, and I respect him a lot. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if they fought him 5-6 years ago, it would be a different results.
Mm. Yeah.
Okay, but it's like you see they're picking a name, which is they're going by a name, right? That people know.
Right.
Okay, so everybody knows Gabe. great kid, great fighter. Okay? He ran his course, and he's aging up. So why you want to keep fighting guys, just to make yourself look good and not fight the best? So when he's going to fight good, somebody good. Just like Saddam Ali was really a 147.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? He fought Cotto, which Cotto was aged out. He beat Cotto. Great. He won a 54 title. But we didn't know who Munguia was at the time. So his father says, okay, we'll take Munguia. He didn't realize Munguia was so big and strong because he came out of, hiding.
Yeah. And then at that time, I think that, even Munguia was suggested as one of those opponents for Gennady Golovkin when the second Golovkin-Canelo fight had been, postponed because of Canelo's tests or whatnot. So, I guess, people kind of like didn't know much about him at that time.